morning, people. Welcome back to F Politics. Dominic Cummings, the brains behind Brexit, Boris Johnson's right-hand man during his campaign, during the referendum campaign, he just had a massive racist crash out against me. He called me a black retard. Specifically a black race-obsessive Romaniac retard. Let's get into it. He tweeted that everybody should vote for Nigel Farage's Reform Party during the spring council elections. Politics UK reported that as him endorsing the Reform Party, and I shared that saying that Dominic Cummings, the man behind Brexit, was supporting Nigel Farage becoming Prime Minister. And given that doing well in council elections gives you more resources to campaign in general elections, that's a fair link to make. And so Dominic Cummings has clapped back with, "On brand for black race-obsessive Romaniac retard Femi to accuse me of something that he disproves with his screenshots." He's making the distinction between telling people to vote for the Reform Party in council elections versus general elections. He is a leading light of the rejoin maniacs, may he be their TV champion and do for them what he did for the second referendum campaign, implying that that was a disaster. He's also included a quote from Kendrick Lamar's Euphoria, "Don't tell lies about me and I won't tell truths about you." Coming from the man that's responsible for the biggest lie in the history of UK politics, and I don't even just mean the £350 million a week on the bus that we send to the EU, let's spend it on the NHS instead lie. I mean that what he brought to the table for the Vote Leave campaign in that referendum was that he got them to target the poorest areas of the country, parts that have been forgotten by Westminster and politicians for generations, and told them that Brexit was their way out of poverty after 6 years of austerity. And not only did he deliver more poverty, but he damaged the NHS that he promised them they'd be voting Brexit to save. Now, we can quibble about the differences between council elections and general elections all we want, but ultimately the main point of my tweet was that the brains behind Brexit, people like Dominic Cummings, were always going to lead us to a politics defined by racism. And now Nigel Farage, the head of a party that was created by somebody who once said that black people were inherently violent because of excess testosterone, the man who sparked riots this summer that saw people with my skin tone hunted in the street, is now set to become Prime Minister. And the man behind the Brexit campaign that brought us here is cheering Nigel Farage on, and doing so while calling me a black retard. Now Dom, it may have been 1v20 back in 2016 when you were making the promises around Brexit, but now everybody can see that you have damaged this country. Even Brexit voters, by a ratio of 45-9, believe that the Brexit that you brought about has made the cost of living crisis worse. So as you walk around in this country, just know that almost every single person you meet knows that you have made their lives harder. So it's very much 20v1 now. Good luck with that. Anyway, within a month I'm going to have a video out, a documentary really, explaining how we use this Labour Party, which is not doing great, to stop this slide into fascism. I'm Femi, make sure you follow F Politics so politics doesn't F you. Have a great week.